Last week, a patient walked into my clinic with skin so dry it looked like old parchment paper. Her nails were brittle, breaking at the slightest touch, and she complained about constant fatigue that wouldn't go away no matter how much she slept. She thought she needed vitamins. She thought maybe she was anemic. But when I looked at her food diary, I found something shocking. She was eating almost zero fat, completely avoiding it. Terrified of gaining weight, she'd been living on boiled vegetables, plain rice, and fat-free everything for over 8 months. And her body? It was literally shutting down. You see, fat has been villainized for decades. We've been told it clogs our arteries, makes us gain weight, and ruins our health. But here's what nobody tells you. Your brain is 60% fat. Your hormones are made from fat. Every single cell in your body has a membrane built from fat. Without it, your body can't function. And when you avoid fat completely, thinking you're doing yourself a favor, you're actually triggering a silent catastrophe inside your own body. I'm Dr. Andre, and today I'm going to show you the 9 devastating things that happen to your body when you stop eating fat. And I'm warning you right now, number 3 is so shocking that when you hear it, you'll never look at fat-free products the same way again. Some of these consequences start happening within just days, and others creep up slowly, destroying your health without you even noticing. So if you or someone you know is terrified of eating fat, stay with me, because what I'm about to share could literally save your life. Let's start with number 9, and this one happens faster than you think. Your skin becomes dry, flaky, and ages prematurely. You might think skincare products are the solution, but the truth is, healthy skin starts from the inside. The outer layer of your skin is protected by a lipid barrier, a shield made mostly of fats that keeps moisture in and harmful substances out. When you don't consume enough healthy fats, this barrier weakens, water escapes from your skin cells, and you end up with dryness, irritation, and even conditions like eczema or psoriasis flaring up more frequently. But it gets worse. Fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Without them, your skin becomes chronically inflamed, leading to redness, acne, and premature wrinkles. I've seen people spend hundreds on creams and serums, when all they really needed was to add a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to their salad, or eat a handful of walnuts every day. It's not about expensive treatments, it's about feeding your skin from within. And please, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. I love hearing from all of you around the world. Now let's move to number 8, and this one affects millions without them realizing it. You become deficient in essential vitamins, specifically vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are called fat-soluble vitamins, which means they can only be absorbed and used by your body when you consume them with fat. You could be eating all the carrots, spinach, and broccoli in the world, but if there's no fat in your meal, your body can't absorb those nutrients properly. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine eating a beautiful salad full of colorful vegetables, rich in beta-carotene for your eyes, vitamin K for your bones, vitamin E for your cells. But because you used fat-free dressing or skipped the olive oil completely, your body absorbs almost nothing. It all just passes through. You're eating healthy but starving nutritionally. Over time, this leads to weak bones, poor vision, a compromised immune system, and even neurological problems. All because you feared a drizzle of healthy oil. Number 7 brings us to something that frustrates so many people, especially women. Your hormones go completely haywire, and this is critical, so listen carefully. Cholesterol, which comes from dietary fats, is the raw material your body uses to make almost every hormone. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, cortisol, all of them. When you cut fat too low, your body can't produce these hormones in the right amounts. For women, this often shows up as irregular periods, missing periods entirely, mood swings, low libido, and even early menopause symptoms. For men, low testosterone, fatigue, depression, and loss of muscle mass. I've had young women in their 20s sitting in my office wondering why their periods disappeared. They weren't underweight, they were exercising moderately, but they were eating zero fat because Instagram told them fat makes you fat, and their bodies simply stopped functioning normally. This isn't a coincidence, it's biology. Your body needs fat to communicate properly with itself. Without it, everything falls apart. Now let's talk about number 6, and this one hits hard for anyone trying to lose weight. You feel hungry all the time, no matter how much you eat. This happens because fat is what keeps you satisfied. It slows down digestion, stabilizes your blood sugar, and sends signals to your brain that say, okay, we're full now, you can stop eating. When you remove fat from your meals, Food passes through your system quickly, your blood sugar spikes and crashes, and within an hour or two, you're starving again. This leads to constant snacking, overeating at meals, and cravings for sugar and carbs. Ironically, people who avoid fat to lose weight often end up gaining more weight because they're eating way more calories overall, just trying to feel satisfied. I see this pattern constantly. Someone cuts out all fats, switches to fat-free yogurt, fat-free dressing, grilled chicken with nothing on it. And then they wonder why they're obsessed with bread, cookies, and pasta all day long. The truth? A meal with healthy fat, like salmon with avocado, or eggs cooked in olive oil, or chicken with a tahini sauce, keeps you full for hours. You eat less overall. You feel better. And your body actually burns fat more efficiently. Moving on to number 5, and this is where things get dangerous. Your brain starts to suffer. Remember what I said earlier? Your brain is 60% fat. It needs fat to build and repair neurons, to send signals properly, and to protect itself from inflammation and damage. When you starve your brain of fat, especially omega-3 fatty acids like DHA, you increase your risk of depression, anxiety, brain fog, memory problems, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies show that people with low fat intake have higher rates of mood disorders. There's a reason why countries with higher fish consumption, rich in omega-3s, tend to have lower rates of depression. Your brain literally runs on fat. Depriving it is like trying to run a car without oil. It might move for a while, but eventually the engine seizes up. I've worked with patients who couldn't think clearly, couldn't focus at work, felt mentally exhausted all the time, and after adding back sources like wild-caught fish, walnuts, chia seeds, and quality oils, they felt like a fog had lifted. Their energy returned. Their mood stabilized. All from something as simple as eating fat again. Now we reach number 4, and this shocks people every single time. Your immune system weakens dramatically. Fat plays a crucial role in immune function. It helps produce immune cells, reduces chronic inflammation, and protects your cells from damage. Without enough fat, your white blood cells can't work properly. You become more susceptible to infections, colds, flu, and even autoimmune flare-ups. There's also something called the gut immune connection. A huge part of your immune system lives in your gut, and guess what it needs to function? Healthy fats. They support the lining of your intestines, help absorb nutrients, and keep bad bacteria in check. When you avoid fat, your gut health deteriorates, and your immunity follows right behind. So if you're someone who gets sick all the time, constantly battling infections, always tired, always inflamed, ask yourself, am I eating enough healthy fat? Because your immune system might be starving. Let's move into the top 3 now, and these are the most serious. Number 3 is something that will make you rethink every fat-free product you've ever bought. You significantly increase your risk of heart disease. Yes, you heard that right. Avoiding fat doesn't protect your heart. In many cases, it harms it. Here's why. When people cut fat, they usually replace it with refined carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, low-fat cookies, fat-free snacks loaded with sugar. These foods spike your insulin, increase inflammation, raise your triglycerides, and promote the storage of dangerous visceral fat around your organs. This is the fat linked to heart attacks, strokes, and metabolic disease. Meanwhile, healthy fats like those in olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish actually protect your heart. They lower bad cholesterol, raise good cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and improve blood vessel function. The biggest diet myth of the last 50 years was that eating fat causes heart disease. We now know that's false. It's sugar, refined carbs, and trans fats in processed foods that are the real killers. So when you choose fat-free salad dressing packed with sugar and chemicals over a drizzle of real olive oil, you're making your heart worse, not better. Number 2 will hit you where it hurts. You lose muscle mass and become weaker, even if you're exercising. Fat is essential for muscle recovery, hormone production, and energy. Without it, your body struggles to repair muscle tissue after workouts. Testosterone and growth hormone, both needed for building and maintaining muscle, drop when fat intake is too low. I've seen athletes, gym goers, people working out 5 days a week, frustrated because they're not getting stronger. They're eating protein, yes, but they're avoiding fat completely, and their performance plateaus. Their muscles don't grow. They feel weak and exhausted. Once they add healthy fats back, like eggs, fatty fish, nuts, and oils, everything changes. Strength improves, Recovery gets faster, energy comes back. Your muscles need fat just as much as they need protein. Ignore this, and you'll work hard for nothing. And now, number one, the most dangerous consequence of all. You damage your liver and increase your risk of fatty liver disease. This sounds backwards, right? How does avoiding fat cause fatty liver? Here's the science. When you eat very low fat, you typically eat much higher carbohydrates and sugar to make up the calories. Your liver converts that excess sugar into fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis. That fat gets stored in your liver. Over time, this leads to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, inflammation, and eventually cirrhosis or liver failure. Ironically, people avoiding fat to stay healthy are creating the exact condition they fear: a fatty, inflamed, damaged liver. Meanwhile, people eating healthy fats in moderation, like Mediterranean populations with their olive oil, fish, and nuts, have some of the lowest rates of liver disease in the world. Your liver doesn't need you to avoid fat. It needs you to avoid sugar, refined carbs, and processed junk. Give it real food, including real fat, and it will thrive. So here's the bottom line. Fat is not your enemy. It never was. Your body is designed to run on it. Your brain needs it. Your hormones are built from it. Your skin, your heart, your immune system, all of it depends on fat. The key is choosing the right kinds: extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts and seeds, fatty fish like salmon and sardines, pasture-raised eggs. These are life-giving foods. Avoid trans fats, deep-fried junk, and heavily processed oils, but never, ever fear real, whole food fats again. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment telling me which point surprised you most. And remember, your health is in your hands. Feed your body what it truly needs.